The Mike Hosking Breakfast, 6 to 9 weekdays on Newstalk ZB.
You know, they're $211 billion. That is a lot of money. It is what it will cost Australia in lost productivity and revenue as a result of their government panicking over reaction to the mass arrival of people via immigration. Such was the panic, they started capping numbers, and capping numbers, they appear to have made a mess of it. Now, if you follow Australian politics, they made a mess of a lot of stuff. But that's another story and one to watch later on this year if they go to the polls and the Albanese government turns out to be a one-termer. But by capping numbers, they've turned immigration into a political game and not a business one. So you need immigration for skills and labour. By not meeting labour demand, you curtail growth. It's an open question, I suppose, also as to whether we are currently doing the same thing. The floodgates were opened way too late, of course, and then because of that, it was way too late. They panicked. So then they let basically everybody into the country, some of whom we wanted or needed, some of whom we didn't. Same reaction sort of here, a lot of upset. There's a group, it seems, in most Western societies these days who are edgy about people arriving in their country. Politicians read that, they react to that. The Hayes recruitment survey out this week suggested skill gaps were still an issue here. In fact, 25% of employers said it was worse now than it has been, which is hard to fathom if you think about it, but it is nevertheless a reality, and hands on deck is a very direct link to growth, and I doubt anyone disputes that we need growth in this country right now. Another question for us that Australia doesn't appear to grapple with is demand. Do they actually still want to come to this country? The truly talented and skills have a world of choice these days. Are they still on our list? Anyway, in Australia, the price of playing politics is $211 billion. So on one hand, the Prime Minister keeps the punter happy who doesn't like immigration. On the other, businesses screaming for staff as they watch the bill mount for things they can't do. This is where leadership comes in. Real leadership is about making the right decision, not always the popular one. Real leadership is about hanging tough when the screamers and the moaners are at their loudest. At $211 billion, old Elbow doesn't look like he's the goods.
The Mike Hosking Breakfast, 6 to 9 weekdays on Newstalk ZB.